need to start, because every 5 seconds the vehicle will be moving. You need to assemble, because some of the section they don't have robotics. Manually they are fitting the equipments. You please check it out, because this is completely what we are learning in the sequencing. But in this chapter we are learning only the simple format, how we need to solve the problems. Are you able to hear me clearly? Students, Sai Kiran, are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just I request, but sometimes I won't get see you also. But please, in between, can anyone tell me yes or okay? So I'll get the clear idea, so I can be continue. Sometimes what will happen? Continuously, I will going to explaining, but I won't understand that if people are alert or not. Okay, just in every 1 minute, you can tell me okay. Fine. So I said the sequencing, it will be help to minimizing the jobs, whichever the job we are reducing, it will be minimizing the job. Not only the job, the important is time. But what happened in every industries or any industry, what technologies or any job sectors, what happened? They're moreover they are going with equipping the people or material or facilities. Now, what happened? They need to understand the resources to arrange the support from the production. What happened if you waste the 1 minute time? What will happen? It generate automatically. It's corresponding to reflected to the power generation, and power will be connected to the people, and automatically cost will be increases. Now, what happened? The technology is going to improve. We have to reducing the cost. Even if you think the reducing the 20 second in the assembly section, so much. If you think in the 1 minute 20 second, okay, for the one car 20 second, automatically what will happen in the if 10 cars, automatically 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes we can plan in that car. If the one day, if they're manufacturing 2 car extra, automatically the profit will be increases. That is the manner what the sequencing problem will be helped. Also in other sources, what will happen? It support to the productivity schedule. It will be important is protecting the schedules. So you can really understand how the problems can be solved. If you see that generally, if you want to go from one place to another place, also we have learned in the transportation problem. As a technical, as an engineer, we are automobile engineer. In the industries is a major part to say specifically to reducing the cost, because I said that earlier only, when you're going to learn in the operation research, that's a management subject, to calculating the productivity, to minimizing the customer waiting time, and the product should be service, meeting, delivery, whatever the things are there we need to solve. Fine. So these are the, but here what we are going to learn, these are the things to minimizing the time. That is our main objective here, minimizing the time, uh, which jobs, okay, for the job purpose. Here, now in this chapter, what we are going to learn is, if the machines, if you have the sequences of n jobs, okay, n jobs, one machine. Generally this problem we can solve easily if you have only number of jobs. If for example, if you have a 10 number of jobs operations, like if you remember in the third year you have taken the face milling, turning, grinding, or trading operation, and the turning operation or nulling operations. If you do all the operation in the same machines, we can do in the, there is no different, we can check it out. If the n number of jobs, we have to do in the two machines. So this is the important, when if two machines, I'm talking about very simple two machines, how we need to identify it. If the n number of jobs should be performed on the one time, we need to understand that the machines are sequenced to be reducing the time. Okay. So in this basis, we are going to learn like that. We can learn up as per your syllabus. We have the n jobs and up to 3 machines. Okay, and also one more part is there. Number of jobs and number of machines. This problem also will understand, because moreover we should understand in about the manner. We should not learn only the number of the jobs and the number of the machines. The second important, here we are going to learn about the notations. Okay, or in some call, I'll call as in terminologies. Please everyone solve, understand this concept and the assumptions. I will tell as in three manner. First, we'll go in the notation. What we are going to notation is the TI is equal to, this is the processing the time. Okay, what we are understanding, the TI is the machining the time for the jobs, or it may be in the machine. We'll consider for generally, will for the job we'll consider I, okay, and on machine J. Just as per your convenient, I'm giving, because I have seen in some textbook they are given in I and J. In that basis, we can understand it. Okay, this is the important. And the capital T, what we are identifying it, total uh, lifespan. We have to identify all the machines. We have to identify the lifespan for the processing for the processing for all the jobs. So, and the third one is idle time. We can call as an IJ, that is idle time. If you, these are major three notations we should understand when you are going to solve in the problems. Okay, uh, this is the notations. The Tij is the processing time for the job I and the machine J, and the capital T is the total ellipse time. In the, all the 10 machines are there, 10 number of jobs are there, we have to find out the total ellipse time. And the idle time means for one machine to one machine, how much idle time is there, we need to solve it. Now we'll go with a terminology. In the terminology, what is there? Generally, what will happen? We should understand the number of machines. Guys, please listen here. Number of the machines, and the second one is processing time. What we are going? The learning the processing time, and the third one is processing order. Okay, so what is that processing order and processing time? So processing time is required by the job for the each machine. That is the processing time. The processing order, this is the reference to the order of the sequencing the all the machine to complete the job. That is our order. For the one machine, we can take into the required time for the each members. If you take as a processing order, it refers to the all the sequencing to in which machine should be required completing the all the jobs. And the final one, as in I told that we have to understand we should understand the idle time. Okay, so what will happen sometimes suddenly if the what will happen, one machine is going to run 4 minutes, up to 4 minutes another machine need to wait for the 4 minutes, because the two machines are working. After completing the first process only, we need to go for the second process. In between we'll have idle time, we have to identify it. That is idle time. And the number, and the last one is total lives time. And finally, which how many idle times are there, we need to identify. I can say that this is the internal between the starting from the job to the machines. We need to understand up to last job. Okay, so these are the terminologies. Okay, these are the terminologies when you are going, because sometimes they may be asked for the 1 marks or 2 marks as per your syllabus. If it is there, you can solve it, or it's not necessary based on the exam pattern. If in case they will ask some notation for the sequencing problems, you need to write it down, or you can write in for the terminologies for using the sequencing operation. You can maybe understand. Now, what we are going to learn about the assumptions. What we have to do in assumptions? Sai Kiran?
Sir,
Okay. The what assumption means, the processing time on the different machines Okay, you have to understand that the processing time for the different machines should be exactly known. Then only can be solve the problem. If you don't know, that problems cannot be solved. Okay, that if I want to write, I will write it down in the processing time on different machines. Different time on different machines. And the second, the time taken from the job from moving one machine to the another machine. What we have discussed in the first point, that thing only. Whenever the completing the one job to the another job, you should identify the time taken. Okay, if the 5 minutes are there, the time taken for the complete by the job, time taken by the job in moving the completing the one machine to the another machines. Okay, so there are the so many assumptions. What I can say that the machines can be used in the different types, and also the problems can be ordered from the completing on the sequencings. You should assumption. We are not doing that. That is the truth one. We have to assume that when you are going to solve the problems. If for example, the moreover in industry in the management, they will if you are preparing for your food also, there should be a sequence. Directly, we can't go for the to making any food. You can also there will be a sequencing. You can understand, you can correlate it with the preparing for the food. You can understand, or preparing any material, also many systems, you should understand and correlate it. There is always should be a sequence only. Directly we can't go in that process, even in your project also. In the step by what will understand in the when you're going in the sequences in the project, identifying the problem is an important, defining the problem is an important, synthesizing is important, analysis is important, then we have to go for the prototyping is important, then we have to go for the testing is an important. So here also there is a process what we are going to learn in the sequence. Fine. So these are the things what we have to understand. Okay. If the sequencing they said means optimum order, we can say that it's an optimum order to shows the minimize the time in which the jobs. Fine. Now we'll solve the one in every classes. I'm going to tell about the steps are important related to that. Now we'll go with the first processing the n jobs through the m machines. Okay, now we don't know how many jobs are there or how many machines are there. This process or derivation, its implementation for everything. Okay, just generally what we are going to discuss now. Now processing is for the n number of the jobs and m number of the machines are there. What we need to think here, let there will be a n jobs. Okay, it may be a two machine jobs. What you are considering, if you have the one job, will consider as a one job here. If the things are the two job, there will be a different jobs. Now I will write a one point here instead for the going the things about the procedures. Are you able to writing in the notebook? Please, anyone can tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, I said that in the assumption or in the notation, first we have to go for the processing time on the machines. Okay. Now, there will be a job numbers, but we don't know, just it's a step. There will be a 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. And the machining. Now, machine 1 and machine 2. Now, this is T1, T12, T13, T14 up to T10, T21, T22, T23, T24 up to T10. Fine. Now, please, anyone can unmute and tell me how many jobs are there, how many uh, machines are there now. Now, this is one example what I'm going. Now here in this job, here now n number of the jobs are available, but we have only the two machines. Please understand here we have only the n number of the jobs, but we have to have the two machines. Now in this process, what we need to do, this is the, we'll take as a, this is the first step. In the second step, what we need to do, we have to process for the machining time. We have to find out the machining time, how to each columns are there in the processing, in that finding the time on. Then only the problems can be solved. It may be in the all machine M and machine B. Okay, that is called as a the processing time. Now in this one time they're not given. In generally we should identify it, because we have the n number of the jobs. We have to find out the processing time on the machine. If the things are there, we have to find the machining time in the process. Then we have to identify it into the problems. And the third step, what we are going to solve, if the third point, that is after completing the processing the time, if maybe a 4, 6, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, 9, so in numbers will be there. Then we have to identify if in this third step, if the shortest processing time, okay, you have to identify the shortest processing time in machine, yeah, machine 1, processing time in the machine A or machine B, means machine 1 or machine 2. Processing time is on machine 1 or machine 2. Okay, so if the in for example, if the all the 8 times are there, we have to understand which one is the minimum short time. If 1 is there, 2 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there, 1 is the minimum time. You have to first write it down, that M, and we have to give the job numbers. The job numbers are 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then only we can understand the process, and we need to come into the minimizing the time. And also, for example, if you are going in this table, now we can say that machine 1 we can write here and machine 2 we can write in this form. Okay, that if the short numbers are there, means we can write here 2, 1, 4 and the 3. With the help of the processing the shortest time in the machine M and 1. Now what will happen here, sequence is going to change here. The 2 will be start from 1, and second 1, 4 and the 3. Now we got the sequence with the help of the shortest processing time on the machine 1 and machine 2. Okay, so far, if you have any questions, please unmute and you can ask me the questions. Next one, if you don't have questions, I will assign. After that, we have to go to the cross lab. Okay. After completing that cross lab, we have to assign into the table. Afterwards, you can understand the cross off and assigning the into the tables. As that in the linear programming, how in transportation problem, how the tables are there in the sequencing problem also, we have one small table we can follow in that format, and we can identify it very easily to solve the problems. To cross off the assigning the problems, assigning the jobs from the table. Any questions, any doubts so far? Anyone? 35 students are there. Just I will give you 20-second time to, if you have any one question is there, you can raise your hand. Fine. Okay. Now, please, I will give 5 step and 6th step and 7th step. I will tell later. Okay? Because if I tell now only, everything will be a cross run. Now, so meanwhile, one problem will take it down now. Okay. Now, everyone, please write it down. Now, the first job now, the sequencing problem. Now, if you understood up to 4th point, we can understand the jobs. Okay, jobs. Here, machine A, and machine B. Now the jobs are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. Now we'll take down the machine timings. 2, 5, 4, 9, 6, 8, 7, 5, 4, and 6, 8, 7, 4, 3, 9, 3, 8, 1. Now, please anyone can unmute and you can tell me how many rows and how many columns are there now. So how many jobs and how many machines are there?
2 machines, 10 jobs.
2 machines, 10 job. Exactly right. Now, what is our goal now? In the first step, you can see here. Now, the jobs are processing time on the machines. Okay, jobs are the machining times on the processing time on machines. Now, these are the job times. Now we have the machines. Second point, what I said that we have to processing time on the machine one, machine A and machine B. You can see these are the time. Already I denoted by Tij. Ti is equal to machine and Tj is equal to job. You can understand in a simple manner. Now these are the time they given 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 9, 6, 8, 7, 5 and 4. These are the time. Please understand in the third point what we need to go, what we need to do for the third point. We have to go with an shortest processing time on machine M and machine B. If possible, you can write in the sequence form. Okay, now we go with an solution. Okay, first you can understand the first step is there. If see this is directly in the formation, so most of the time they will give in the formation. If not, they will give it in the question itself, like a machine A and B. We have to make it in the format. They will give in the very simple manner, but moreover most of the time they will give in the table when you are going in the sequence problems. Now, the first step, we have done the table already. It is in the standard form. It is not necessary to convert and solve the problem. And the second step, already machine 1 and machine A and B, they are given in the processing time. Now, third step is we have to do the sequencing. Now, your friend said that now how many jobs are there, sir, here?
9 jobs.
9 or 10? No? 9 jobs. Okay. You better you make a column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we'll write as a machine A here and the machine B here. Why means machine B, after completing machine A only machine B will go for the work. That's for the simplicity we are following in this process. Now anyone can tell me what is the minimum time. If you see in the third step, if the shortest processing time is on the machine 1 and the machine 2, we have to write it down. Please anyone can tell me what is the minimum time here?
2.
Yeah, exactly. Before telling 2, you have to tell me, sir, job A 2. Good. Now you write here 2. Now this part is completed. Now the next one is Student should be active and you should tell fast. You should not wait till I write. You can see the number and you should. Huh? Yes, sir. C. Very good. Three is shorter or four is shorter, sir? Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Now there is a confusion. Now there are the two minimum short distance are there. One is 6 and one is 7. Now we'll go with a minimum time, maximum time here, and we'll write here G here. Okay. Here we need to write A. Sorry, we should not write number 2. You have to write the job numbers. And here we have to write the G because 3 is the minimum. And the next minimum is also 3. That is also in the machine B. We have to come with a machine B side. Okay. Now, and another minimum number is, you can see now 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, and the 3, 4. Guys, yes or no? Now, if you think in the C, that is in the machine A. Yes, we'll start with machine A and we'll write the sequence in the C. Now, if you think in the D and J, here also 4 minute is there and here also 4 minute is there. And one thing is that here the J is in the this form. You should write, because in the machine A it is there. You write J here, and the D, the 4 is in the machine B. So you can start from the here D. Now, which one is the minimum time now? You 5, 8 and 5, 8. Yes. So wherever you want, you can write it down, because it will not get any effect also when if you are disturbed, because the times are same. You can write here B and H. And the final one is F. So this is the 1/3 step. What we have done, it's the sequencing. What we have done, the sequencing. Okay. If the shortest processing time is on in the machine M1 or machine A or machine B. Okay, the standard form is there in the machine, and machine A and B, they are given in the processing time, and third one we have to go with an sequencing time with the help of the processing shortest time. I once again I will ask you, if you have any questions, please ask me to do the sequence, because if you done the mistake here, the problems will get wrong further. So why I'm stressing to this problem, easily you can take out marks, because this is also fixed problem, fixed question will be there in the exam. If you see in any old question paper, it may be at 2 machines or 3 machines, it will be there. Also they ask 2 problems on the 2 machines in a different processing time. Easily you can get 12 marks as per in this format if you have the same format. Sir, are you able to follow me? I need the responses, sir, or I will continue. Yes, sir. Okay, good.
Sir, why F is placed in that place?
In this place, sir, F. You're talking about the F, sir?
Yes, sir.
See, sir, we have only the 9 jobs. We already done the table. Is there any space to fit any other places? But your doubt is, here already the minimum time is not there. Why you have to write the here? We can write here also, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. that should done. But what will happen when you're going in the sequence? We have taken the maximum. If you see the G here, the 7 mint is there. Okay, it's not 100% problems can be solved, but in these cases, what will happen here? Idle time or in the processing time can be done. With help of the minimum time, we are identifying it. Okay. Sometimes what will happen, the 9, if you think the numbers, every time the process will be not going in the same format. For the simplicity, we have to identify that problem, we are going to solve it. So as per the one standard format on the science research, we are going in this form. Happen the J, sometimes they will ask the machine has 11 here, why we have to write the B, automatically idle time. But 100% error we cannot reduce in the cycling time or the processing time. What we are doing our level best with the help of the sequence method. Okay, what will happen sometimes here we'll get the idle times. That is, this is a primary step. We can proceed in the some other process. Okay, so what we are doing is an initial basic feasible solution to trying our best in the sequence form. So when you're going for the 3 machines, you'll get the clear idea how we are going in the third machine, 3 machine steps. Because this is the one step. If the things are there, everything, if you start from the table 1, will not get the idea that, see, we started from the machine A and the machine B, we started from this end. Okay, you be wait, I will tell you why we are going to write here. Okay, so we'll get the some idle time now. Okay, it's not completely on the moreover. If you write here also, that idle time will be a quite similar same. Okay, yeah, man, who is this? Pravina.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. So the things can be understood. Now, after completing this part, we have to go for the to find out the idle time, how we need to go for the idle time, how we need to work in the sequencing the forms. But you're exactly right. Why we have to write here is already the 8 is a big number. Uh, Here the G numbers are reducing. Okay, just we are going in the such a sequence from that it may be a plus or minus or a error. 100% error we cannot go for the reducing. So the same problem which the Toyota are facing now. If you put the 100% error, the people will not get even single minute 10 seconds time to go for the tip to rest also. In that only we are just reducing the, already I said that in the notation you can see the here just in the simple processing time and the total elapsed time and the idle time what we are identifying. Okay, in the minimizing the cost. The depth, if you go on researching on the sequencing in the further, it will be a more steps will be caused. Okay, sir, Praveen. Any other questions? Okay, now we'll go to the same table how we need to identify the problems. Now, shall I erase this one? Or if you want to write or wait, I will take and I will write it down. Please, everyone, please write it down the sequences and we'll go with another table and we'll try to solve the problem. Now, we'll go and we'll form in the step number 4 to identifying the idle time. Now, in the first table, we have to write the jobs. Okay, sir. You tell me the job sequences now, which you have identified. The job sequences, please tell me now, anyone? A, sir? Anyone is there? Please you tell me the sequences now. A, C, J, B. A, C, J, B. H, F, D, E. H, F, D, E, and G. Fine. Now, this is the sequences what we are going to identify it. Now, the first job we have identified it, and we need to go to the problems. What we are going to that is a job. Okay, this is in time and the out time. Now, first we'll go with the job for the machine A. Please, anyone can tell me what is an in time for the job, because in time is going to start from the 0. Okay, what is the time to be taken from the A here? Are you able to follow me? Hello? Praveen?
Yes, sir.
See here,
Yes, sir.
please tell me. Yeah, but yeah, why the people are not responding? Are you now? You tell me when you are going to solve these numbers, you have to tell these numbers now, time now. Already I said that when you are going to write in this table, you have to write the table. Now we started with the sequencing time. The A time, how much is taking? Taking 2 5. Now what the job time is taking? He will start from 2. How much his time is taking? He is taking 6 minutes. Now what will happen? It starts from 2 minutes and he will take the 2 minutes. Fine. Now next one. The job C, when he is going to start, he is going to start from 2 minutes. The C time, how much is taking now? 4. People are not written in your notebook. It's very difficult to tell. You should cooperate when you are going to see. That's the purpose I told that I will write in the board. You have to adjust and you have to tell sir. Fine. When is taking the 4 minutes time in the machine A and the machine B is taking 7 minutes. Now we have to add the 2 minutes and also 4 minutes. Four. Please, anyone can tell me? Now you have to write the 6 minutes. Now the problems will be identified here. We are talking about the n number of the jobs and n number of the two number of machines. Now you tell me here he will complete machine A in the 6 minutes, but the machine B is still is going to run here. But what we have to write here 6 or 8. Hello. So I'm feeling very bad. No one is going to respond and no one is telling our answer. So the time will be going to the 8 minutes and what will happen the 8 minutes and what happened here? The time for the C is taking the 7 minutes. So generally what will happen? The 8 into 7 is equal to 15. The J will start from the 6 minute and the J is going to start from the 4 minute, 4 and the 11. So what will happen? The 4 and 6 plus 4 is 10, and generally you can see here the idle time and the 15 minutes and the 10 minutes. Already the machine is going to run, but we cannot start in the 15 minutes, but he'll start from the 15 minutes, and the 15 plus 11 is equal to 26. This is one example, the real-time problems which our industries or people are facing in the one manpower is working in the two machines. So now going to start from the 10 minutes. Now, what is B is going to start from the 10 minutes? He's taking for the machine A is in 5 and the machine B is going to 8. No, B is taking for the 5 minutes. Now 10 minus 5 is 15. And you can see here is 26. Now the 26, that 5 and how much? 8. Now we have to add 26 plus 8 is 34. And the H is going to start from the 15 minutes. H is taken as 5 minutes and the 8 minutes. The 5 is 20. You can see here 34 and 8 is 42. Fine. Now F will going to start from the 20 methods because the process is going to continuously will be start. Now what H, which one is going to start now? F. F is 8 and 9. He will take 28 minutes and he will start from 48 because up to 48 minutes is going to start the 42 minutes and the 42 plus 9 is 51. Now then the D is going to start from 28 minutes and the D is 9 and 4. You can see here the 9, 28 plus 9 is 37. When you are going, already the machine B is working. He need to wait for the machine complete for the process A. The machine B is taking that how much? 9 and 4. He will complete in the 55 minutes. Then you'll go to for the E, 37. Okay, 37 for the E. How much is taking? 6 and 3. 37 plus 6 is 43. And he still machine B is going to run. He need to wait. And the machine 3 is 58. Then G, you see here G is 7 and 3. Okay, 7 and 3. You're going to start from the 43 and the machine will be going to run on the 7 and 43 plus 7 is 50 and he is going 50 and 58 and the 3 is 61. Now this is the total. The machine total elapsed time for the machine A is 15 minutes. So for the machine B is 61 minutes. Now we have to find out the total idle time. Idle time for the machine A and the machine B. Okay, now see here the machine is going to start from 0 to 2. There is no idle time. It's going to start from 2 to 6. There is no idle time. 6 to 10, there is no idle time. Continuous working, you can see here 10 to 10. It's continued after 10 minutes. It's going to start from another operations job sequence. There is no idle time. There is no idle time here. F also no idle time. Here also no idle time. Here also no idle time. Here also no idle time. But when you are going up to job A and job B is going to take the 11 minutes final. Now when you are going to solve the problem machine on B, the first 2 minutes machine B should be idle here. Okay, then you think that machine B is in idle and you can see machine process continuously working on here. You can check it out that there is no idle time. There is no idle time here. You can observe here after B is working on fine 15 to 15 26. There is no idle time for the machine B also. Machine B also, machine A is continuously working. See, you can observe here 2 to 8, 8 to 15, 15 to 26, 26 to 34, 34 to 42, 42 to 51, 51 to 55, 55 to 58, 58 to 61. The continuously process is working on. But what happened here? The finally going from the machine A and machine B, he is waiting for the he will taking the 61 minutes for the process. That is the 2 minute. You should not write. It's not taking. Only the 2 minutes is your idle time. This is one simple processing that when you are going to solve the job A and the job B. But now we have to identify it into the problems. How we need to identify it? When you have the problems, we should write the problems into the total elapsed time taken in the last job machine from the machine A or machine B. Now you can see that total elapsed time is the 61 minus 50. The total elapsed time is 11 minutes is going to take. Okay, that is a machine here. And for the machine B, okay, there is no idle time, continuously working, but total elapsed time is 11. But in between, the total idle time for the machine B is 2 minutes. In this process, we have to understand. And like that, finally, the time required for the machining jth operation on the machine 2, we can understand it. So this is a one simplicity what we are going to solve in this problem. You can see the process is completely going into the idle time, but in the 11 minute the machine is not going to idle. Machine is not going to idle, but machine is continuously working. But what will happening here in the 11 minute, the person who is operating that machine, he'll getting the time. He should have a time, right? But total what is happening to complete the task, all the process is taking nearly 61 minutes. That is our important and our goal to solve the problem here. But when you see here, the machines are completely working. Anyone can observe here, is there any idle time? For example, in case here, if you have the, I will tell 10, what will happen in case here 10 is there? Okay, 8 and 10, machine is going to stop at 8, but the machine A is still working, because after completing A job only, machine B will go for the 10. Then that it will start from the 10 here, not from the 8, because after A process only will go from the B process. Now what will happen? The 10 minus 8 here, 2 minutes will be idle time. But in this problem, there is no idle time. So here we have to understand the concept when you're going to solve in the sequence form. So if you have any questions, you please ask me, then you'll get the clear idea that how the problems can